Hello, my friends. How are you all? Friends, I'm really excited today because this is the first time I'm going to react on Filipino food, and um, I'm really excited because also I have tasted this dish before and I really loved it. Those who talked with me personally, they knew that I really like this dish. I'm talking about sinigang. Friends, I'm going to react why on sinigang. The reason is many Filipinos still don't know this that sinigang is just recently rated as a world's best soup in whole world with the rating of 4.8. That's why I thought I should make video on that, and because I love sinigang a lot, I thought I will learn about sinigang more. So let's start the video. Those who came first time on my channel, I request your subscription, your like, your share is a big gift for me. Please do that. If you want to hear in future from me more, please hit the bell icon.
There's something that will make your mouth water, especially on a rainy night.
Sinigang, best vegetable soup in the world.
Mixed with warm rice. This Pinoy dish is among the most popular and has been voted as the world's best vegetable soup
See,
by
with the rating of 4.8.
Database Taste Atlas. Truly, mapapamukhang asin ka na sarap. Let's now have a sinigang talk with multi-awarded chef Gene Gonzalez. Gene, thank you so much for joining us. Why sinigang?
When he said multi-awarded chef, so I thought let me search about him, and I found out this result. Gene Gonzalez, a celebrated chef, Gene Gonzalez, a multi-awarded author of cookbooks and owner of successful restaurants like Cafe Isabel and Gino's Fine Dining, is a president of the Culinary School Center for Asian Culinary Studies. So he's not a small chef; he's really reputed, and he's going to talk about sinigang. So I'm really excited. Let's see what he has to say.
Sinigang considered the best vegetable soup in the world.
Well, Rico, sinigang is a how would you call it? Sinigang is a soup that is very dependent on the terroir or the environment of where it comes from, which is why it can be.
So does it mean I have tasted the pork one with the pork? So does it mean like every region of the Philippines has variation in sinigang? Is it like that? Because he said it's depend on the area. So it means every different place have every different ingredients or every different flavor. Oh, that's interesting.
It is so adaptable. It is not basically it's a freewheeling method or recipe. So depending on where you are, whether you're near the coast and you have fish, sinigang, or you're inland where you have pork or chicken or beef sinigang, it really
I had both
blends with
pork
the
and chicken.
environment and with the season. It also blends with the type of vegetables that you get per season. So, with the idea of freshness, the idea of seasonality, it really is one of the best soups in the world.
So sinigang is like the adobo. There are more that
Adobo. If I'm not wrong, adobo is a full dish, right? I mean, adobo has the soup, but it's full dish, and sinigang is the soup. So maybe I'm wrong. Please forgive me. Only Filipinos knows this, but if, as far as I remember, when I used to go to the Filipino restaurant, um, they give sinigang as a starter, as a soup to start, in a meal. So, and the adobo is proper meal, right? It's a proper dish. Yeah. So
and the number of islands in the country. And
they are saying it's similar.
Well,
I don't know.
you multiply the adobo, you multiply the number of families, and you have all the correct recipes for adobo. same thing as sinigang. But you see, I guess there's this. I think we have to mention the move on. A lot of people are very giddy about the move on standardization.
Uh,
I think the group that will standardize uh, sinigang or adobo, or maybe in the future sinigang, will just determine the type of ingredients, legitimate ingredients that would come into a proper adobo or sinigang. So
Ah.
you start with the traditional base, a baseline, and eventually the cuisine, our cuisine, which has to be dynamic, will be changing, will be given variations, but still there will be a baseline.
Right.
And I think the baseline of ingredients is the most important.
I want to ask you personally, how many variations of the sinigang have you already prepared and cooked,
Ah.
Chef Gene?
I would say, for me, based on my travels around the regions, I could have at least cooked about 200 variants
What?
of sinigang.
200 variants of just one dish. It means it's like almost like every region, or in fact in same city, if you go in different area of same city, you will find a different variant of sinigang. Wow.
Wow.
Plus minus
So he also
the
said wow.
seasonality of vegetables, plus minus the souring agents.
Mm.
You know, there's so many souring agents, from fruits to sour leaves, and
Tamarind.
this has to be preserved. Of course, it's good and convenient to have instant sinigang powder or mix, but we should preserve the legacy of the pang-asim for sinigang.
so
whether you're using fruits or leaves.
So out of the 200 plus sinigang recipes that you have prepared, give us your top three.
My top three would be bulaklang, which is a Pampango variation on
If I'm not wrong, Pampanga is one of the one of the city, right, in Philippines. So he's talking about of which city's variant he liked the most. Oh, so that is out of my area because I don't know what from which I have tasted. I have tasted in restaurants, so I don't know.
a guava sinigang. A
Guava
sinigang
sinigang.
of very rich, very flavorful guavas. Then
So do they mash that guava or just slice it and put it inside? That's interesting.
I like a wild alibang sinigang made out of alibangba. It really denotes the
No idea.
provinces
What
where
is aligangbang?
you forage, you look for alibangbang leaves,
Ali Bambang leaf. Okay, that's
you look
new.
for a bauhinia tree, and you use the sour leaves as a souring agent for that sinigang. Then the third sinigang, I think, is the sinigang of my hometown, which is Sulipan, which
Sulipan. Okay.
which is probably a 200 to 300 year old fusion dish.
Oh.
It has olive oil. It has very little vegetables because they want to focus on the protein that they're using, whether they use
Pork
the
or
river
chicken.
fish, the apaha,
Fish. Okay.
or they use pork, beef. This
Gene.
is a very
The one I had was with full of veggies. So I don't
wonderful
know if I
standard
had
from the
really
old
had
families
proper.
in
Gene.
my town.
Gene, you have to stop. You're really making me hungry tonight. Briefly, no, before we finish our discussion about the sinigang, out of a perfect 5, a Taste Atlas said sinigang was rated 4.8, followed by the Turkish Mercimek Korbasi and Lithuania's Sate Bashay.
Oh, okay, they are 4.6,
What,
4.5.
what gives the sinigang energy and life over these Turkish and Lithuanian soups?
Well, the Turkish and Lithuanian soups would be more of a because they've been around for a long time, and there is an expected recipe Not really a standard, but the methods are expected. While in sinigang, the expectations lie on the seasonality, like I said.
Oh,
And
okay.
you got
That is the
so
difference.
much to put. You have the souring agent, you got the condiments like patis, you can put fermented miso. It's so loaded with flavor, it's so loaded with glutamate and amino acids that
Ah.
it's going to be really a very tasty soup. And the late Doreen Fernandez really professed that our national dish now should be adobo. Though I have my we do have
Right.
some arguments with that with the late Doreen Fernandez, but she says it has to be sinigang. And the moment we made it to number one slot in the world, the first person I ever thought was Doreen. Because
Who is Doreen?
You know what? The discussions about the sinigang will continue, but we are now number one in the world. And for my dinner tonight, our cooked
Oh.
a sinigang with pork. Thank you so
oh,
much.
that's so nice.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us on the program, Chef Gene Gonzalez.
Wow. I mean, I never, because I have tasted in states, and um, which variant I have tasted, I don't know. What they gave, I ate. But my sinigang has so many veggies. So I don't know which variant I had, but I really liked the way he differentiate the other countries' cuisine, which got 4.6, Lithuania and 4.5. That their recipe is coming from years and it's same. So with the time they might have won before awards, but with the time not much of new variety came with that other countries soup. But sinigang, as he said, totally based on the area, whatever you get from that place, and so it brings a new flavor every time when you taste. And I know the core ingredients would be the same, but as he said, every region had their own recipe, their own way of cooking. Wow. I really wish I can have, but because I really love uh, adobo, really love sinigang. So those who talked with me personally, they knew about this. That I already told them that before this happened. I already told that sinigang and adobo, curry is my favorite, and I have tasted them all, so I can totally rely that why sinigang has rated top most soup of the world, and it totally deserves it. And please, my viewers, I would like to know which part do you live, and which kind of sinigang you prefer, and what is the recipe of your particular area, and what do you think, which in whole Philippines, which sinigang or which place sinigang is the most flavorful, most tastier. Please comment me on that, and see you in another. I have very interesting video next. Please join me in that too. See you in another video. Thank you so much for watching my video. Those who came first time on my channel, I request your subscription, your like, your share is a big gift for me. Please do that. If you want to hear in future from me more, please hit the bell icon. See you in another interesting video. Till then, goodbye.